I'm Jamie Hooper with Remax Crest and jamiehooper.com, and today we're here to talk about the Greater Vancouver real estate market and give you an update on what many call a bubble market. So before we get started, I'd just like to ask you if you get any value or enjoy these videos, if you wouldn't mind either clicking the little thumbs up like button below or subscribing, make a comment, good or bad. We always appreciate your feedback. So after a slight rebound in the market in May, things went back to where they've been pretty much for the last few years in the Greater Vancouver market in June. Sales were at a 19-year low. Things slowed right back down again, as I said. So they were at a 19-year low. The sales haven't been that soft since June of 2000, and the sales were 34% below the 10-year average for June. So that's pretty much the same way it's been for the last year and a half around Vancouver. So what it means is there is a lot of supply and not a ton of demand for the higher side of the market. What that does for buyers, it takes away their sense of urgency that they had during that era where everything was multiple offers. They can now sit back, take their time, and cherry pick and just pick through for the best homes that they deem to be the best value. They're also in a position where they can write shockingly low offers on certain properties. Some of the offers that we've seen come in, and even on multiple offer situations. I had a situation in May where we received 6 offers on a property, and that doesn't happen very often nowadays. But it was priced well, and it was a really nice house. Of the 6 offers, only one of them was at asking price. The other 5 were below the asking price, and 2 of them were even subject to sale offers, which you just wouldn't have seen when the market was really busy a few years back. But as I mentioned just before, that the higher sides of the market are really slow, the one thing that we don't hear the media talking about is that the low sides of the market are still really busy. And I'll just give you a quick example, and you can have a look at the graph behind. The downtown condo market below 800,000 is a seller's market. The West Side detached market below 2.5 million, seller's market. West Side condo and townhouse below 700, seller's market. East Side detached under 1.75, Richmond detached under 1.5, Richmond condo and townhouse market under 600 grand, Ladner detached under $1 million, and Ladner condo and townhouse market under 700,000. Those are all sellers' markets. We don't hear the media talking about that part. What they report on are the overall numbers. And what distorts it is the high sides of the market are so brutally slow that the overall numbers reflect these low figures. So I just wanted to discuss that briefly, because that's one of the things that we never see in the media. So what I determined from this isn't a bubble market. If this were a bubble market, things would have tanked by now. The prices haven't come off that much to where you would where I feel that it's correct to call it that. Sales, like I said, have been brutal for 3 years, and things are off and they're down, but I call it more of a market correction than that. Now all the haters are going to say, oh, it's this realtor trying to boost things up one way or another. It doesn't make any difference to me. Properties still sell one way or another. So I'm not on here just advocating it to get the market rolling here, and like I have the influence to do that anyway. But again, this is the time to buy real estate. It doesn't make any sense to go out and buy it when there's a lineup of buyers down the block and you're going to get into multiple offer situations. Go back to 2008, 2009, when the U.S. banking crisis came about. I was saying the same things. Buy when the market's slow. Well, if you had bought in early to mid 2009 after the market had had a year to soften up, that would have been a great time to ride the market up as it did all the way till 2016 till it softened again. So what's the 6-month outlook for the rest of the year? We had a couple of opportunities earlier on this year where some things might have turned the market around. The election in Nanaimo earlier this year might have had an effect on the market. If the Liberals had somehow won that seat and been able to force the NDP out of government, that might have kick-started the market. Stress test relief they've been talking about for 6 to 8 months now. The stress test has had a real effect on the market that people don't even realize. So now with the upcoming federal election, it's hard to believe that not one of the Liberals or the Conservatives will use that as an inducement to attract the millennial vote. And the other thing that may have an effect on the market, although it seems to have quietened up in the last week or two, is the Hong Kong situation with the political unrest there. There's 300,000 Hong Kong citizens that currently hold Canadian passports, and you've got to figure that a lot of those people would be heading to Vancouver if the political situation worsened there. So that's it for now. If you did get any value or enjoyed this little update, please click the thumbs up button or make a comment down below or even subscribe to our station. I'm Jamie Hooper with RE/MAX Crest and jamiehooper.com, and we'll look forward to speaking with you again soon.